Welcome back to our binary options video series. In this video, we're going to talk specifically about one-touch binary options, how they work, and how to use them effectively to make money in your binary options trading strategy. A one-touch or no-touch binary option is a specific type of binary option. With a traditional binary option, the investment thesis is that the asset will be either above or below the strike price at expiration. The only important time is the time of expiration. The trader doesn't care what happens to the asset between trade time and expiration time. It's only important what happens at expiration time, whether that asset is above or below the strike price. With a one-touch or a no-touch, on the other hand, the trader cares very much what happens between trade time and expiration time. With a one-touch or a no-touch binary option, the asset can hit the strike price at any point between trade time and expiration time. So there's a lot more opportunity for your asset to hit that strike price. So let's go through an example of how you can trade one-touch and no-touch binary options. For this, I'm going to go to the OptiMarkets trading screen. You can get there by going to optimarkets.com, logging in, and clicking on the one-touch screen. When you get there, you'll see a list of assets on the left. Next to each asset, you'll notice either a green arrow or a red arrow. And the green arrow or red arrow is going to indicate whether the strike price is going to be above or below the current level. So, as an example, right now we're looking at a one-touch option on EUR versus GBP. The current market level is 0.84858, and the strike price of this option is going to be above the current market level, specifically at 0.84887. Now, where is that? Well, 0.84887 is going to be somewhere around here, this line. So you can see that it's pretty significantly above the current market rate. It's above the recent high in the trend line, but it's not anywhere near the high for the day. And the choice you need to make as the trader is whether you think that this asset will touch or will not touch this level between the time when you enter the trade and the expiration, which in this case is 1500 hours, which is 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's say I think that this has bottomed out here and it's going to trend higher. Well, in that case, I would probably think that this market will touch that level. And as soon as I mouse over touch, you can see that the upper portion, this portion in here, will become shaded blue. This shaded blue area indicates the region in which I will make money. In other words, if that asset were to trade up to the blue region, even once between when I trade it and when that option expires, those will be the scenarios where I will make money. Now you notice that the asset just ticked down. That might impact your decision. So let's say that I clicked on no touch. Now you can see that the lower portion of the chart is highlighted. So my trading thesis is that the asset is not going to touch that level between the current time and the expiration time. In other words, it's going to remain below that strike price for the duration of the option. Those are the two choices with the one touch and the no touch. Then it's simply up to me how much I want to invest in this asset. On the other hand, looking at the red arrow, if I click here on the same asset with the red arrow, now I'm looking at a strike price which is below the current level. In this case, with the market level 0.84843, the target price or strike price is 0.84821. If I go to touch, it would highlight in blue if it was on the chart, the level, but it's actually below the level of the chart. At no touch, you can see that it highlights in blue the entire chart. Now, this looks pretty attractive to me that it's highlighting the entire chart. and the asset would need to touch down below where it's traded today. Especially because it just bounced off that low, that looks pretty attractive to me. So I would go ahead and invest in the no touch as opposed to the touch on that one. You can see here that I have 4 minutes and 10 seconds to invest in this asset, in this option. Once that clock expires, I can have my investment, and there are a few minutes between that investment and the expiration time. So within a few short minutes, I'll know whether I've made $160 or whether I've lost my $100 investment. In this case, the payout is $160 if I'm correct. Seems like a pretty easy way to make $160 in just a few short minutes. So when and how would you use a one-touch or a no-touch option as opposed to a traditional binary option? We've walked through how to use traditional binary options in a lot of different market conditions. One challenge that people have with traditional binary options is that the strike price is typically equal to the current market price. Now, if you're in a trending market and you want to be able to bet on a strike price which is away from the current market level, a one-touch or a no-touch option is a great way to do that. Because in a one-touch or a no-touch option, the strike price is going to be pretty significantly away from the current level. So even with a strike price, which allows me to make money in all the market conditions that you see here shaded in blue on the chart, I can still make a 160% payout on my investment in just a few short minutes. And that to me seems like a fairly good risk-reward situation. It looks here like the market is trending higher, so I think this is a good opportunity to use the one-touch, or actually the no-touch option. And I'd like to go ahead and do it quickly before the market rallies further, because each time the market rallies, you can see that the strike price moves. So one-touch and no-touch binary options are a great trading tool for your binary options trading tool belt. They allow you to trade binary options with a strike price away from the current market price as opposed to equal to the current market price. And they allow you to make money whether the asset trades at your strike price before or at expiration, as opposed to having to wait all the way until expiration. One-touch and no-touch binary options have substantial payouts, typically equivalent to that of traditional binary options, and they're available on a variety of assets, typically some of the most liquid assets in the world, the most liquid currencies, the most liquid commodities, the most liquid equity futures, and even some individual equities. Now that you know how to trade one-touch and no-touch binary options, we hope you'll be able to add them to your trading tool belt.